Today I am training with one of Canada's brightest young cricket talents, Ajayveer Hundal. At just 20 years old, he was part of Canada's T20 World Cup squad earlier this year. He recently scored a British Columbian record of 244 in a one-day game and is widely regarded as one of the future stars of Canadian cricket. Today we're having a throwdown session where I'm going to learn some of the drills, habits and training methods that helped him become such an elite player at a young age. He's then going to return the favour and put my batting under the microscope to see how I stack up. We talk about his road from junior to international cricket and get technical with discussing how to play fast bowling, spin and finish with a six-hitting challenge to see who comes out on top. So sit back, enjoy the session and let's find out what makes this young fella so good. Welcome back to the channel, guys. We have a very special one for you today. We have our first international guest, Ajayveer Hundal. Good to have you here, bro. Really awesome. Ajayveer was part of the World Cup squad last year, or I suppose the start of this year, for the 2020 World Cup. And mate, you're absolutely crushing it this season, scoring a lot of runs in club cricket. How's it been so far?
Yeah, it's good. It's nice to be out in the sun, especially in Connaught, one of the best grounds in BC. So looking forward to the session, bro.
Awesome, man. Now it's going to be great. So for those that are going to watch us the whole way through, we're going to do a lot of skills and drill work. We're going to pick his brains to how he developed from junior cricket into international cricket, and we're just gonna hit a bunch of balls, see how it goes. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Like and subscribe, and let's get into it. My man. So Ajayveer, obviously being the oldest, I get the reins hitting first. Thanks for that, mate. While we're hitting balls, tell me a bit about your upbringing with cricket.
So I actually started playing cricket in 2018 or so, properly. Before that, I was always just watching with my uncle, you know, never really worried about the playing part too much. But eventually, like in the summers, I was really bored. So I was like, I might as well try to play. And I enjoyed it. I got out on a duck the first ever game I played. It was a Kanga game, so we were using like the soft plastic balls, but it was good fun.
So 2018, mate, so you played for, what, 8 years?
Yeah.
You've made international status since then. You've obviously done a lot of work to get there. Tell me the kind of things you've had to sacrifice and do to play international cricket within an 8-year time frame.
So like I can say right off the bat, when I was first selected for the first ODI tour that I went on, I had to decide whether to start university or to pursue cricket, because that tour was right when finals were gonna happen.
Okay.
So it was like, okay, either you decide right now you're gonna do school or you're gonna go on tour.
Sounds like you made the right choice. You're part of the World Cup squad last year, the 2020s.
Yeah.
Tell me a bit about that experience.
Yeah, obviously from what we're used to in Canada and the mecca of cricket that is India, the facilities, the lifestyle, everything about cricket in India is next level.
Oh yeah, I'm seeing it well. Let's have a switch up. Okay, so while I get my arm warm, mate, just maybe be lenient to a couple of wides here and there. You know, this 36-year-old shoulder's on its last legs. You must have had a childhood star growing up.
Yeah, like as I said again, like beforehand, cricket wasn't really the primary thing for me. Like I was always used to watch ice hockey a lot more. But the first like proper like series of cricket that I watched was the 2019 World Cup. And in that World Cup, Rohit Sharma was on playing like an unbelievable player. So he was someone I really started to look up to, especially when I first started playing.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Rohit Sharma, whereas mine would have been, yeah, at least 20 years before that. Well, Tendulkar was obviously the main kind of gun back in the day when I was growing up. Well, you get in there, mate. Let's see how you're hitting it. You've just come off about 1800s in the last, 18 innings.
No.
So you're absolutely crushing it. What do you normally do to warm up when you get into a net environment?
So normally I think about it like this. In a match, I'm facing the first ball. There's no warm up. You're straight into it. So I usually don't think too much about worrying, oh, I need to get this warm, get this warm. I like to try to replicate that I'm going into a match. I'm playing my first ball right now. So that when a game does come, I'm not overthinking about the situation I'm going into.
Okay, I like that. So do you want me to throw seam up or cross seam?
Whatever that's
well, I'll
up to
go
you.
seam up if we're going to replicate a bit of that.
That's
Whereas
up to you.
myself, it's like I want as much help as I can. I want cross seam throws the whole time, unless I'm trying to be match specific. Okay, roll buddy, let's see how it goes while I warm this bad boy up. Shot. And then like thinking about how much time you put into your work daily now.
Yeah.
What's kind of a rough time frame? How many balls are you hitting a week?
I think for me, it's a lot more, right now, especially in season, it's about staying fresh. Beforehand, I used to think a lot about I need to play a certain amount of balls, I need to do this. There are days where I do that, but right now it's a lot, I worry more about the quality of the training I'm doing rather than the quantity. During the off season, that's the time for me where I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna try to play like 1,000 balls, 1,500 balls every day, right? But right now it's a lot about staying fresh, enjoying my game, and making sure like mentally I'm switched on when I need to be.
And like, you obviously spent a lot of time learning cricket not long ago.
Yeah.
Well, you're 20 years old now, right?
Yeah.
So, you know, 8 years ago you were 12. What kind of things were you doing at home in the backyard or, you know, school to bring your skill set up at that age?
So I was very lucky that my family was very supportive throughout. So whenever I needed practice, extra sessions, you know, my dad, my uncle, whoever it was, they were always there to help me, to train, to catch up on training that I was missing out on.
Okay.
Like a lot of the times, kids probably start playing when they're about 6 to 8 years old. I had a lot of years that I needed to catch up compared to the rest of the guys. So it meant a lot of late night sessions, early mornings, what you name it.
So the sacrifice is huge. Drop, buddy. Real good. Okay, one more. This arm's feeling pretty good, and then I'm gonna see maybe what you did in that time frame, or maybe a couple of drills that you did that really enhanced your game and skill set over that time. Tell me a bit about the transition from junior cricket going into men's cricket.
Yeah.
And like, you've obviously done that at a rate of knots, and there must be some challenges coming from that junior, especially here in Canada, where it's obviously the depth isn't as huge as probably a major cricket nation.
Yeah.
What was that transition like getting to senior cricket, let alone international cricket?
I think the biggest thing is belief. You know, like everyone around me, like your support system, they're telling you that yeah, you're good enough for that level, but internally you might be saying that too, but you know that you only belong there once you've actually done something there at that level, right? Once you get that, let's say that one innings, that one game at that level, you are set because you know that you can do it. You belong there, right? So for me, especially, let's say in BC, for example, when I scored my first 50 in like senior cricket, like in Premier cricket, that day was so important for me because everyone around me obviously was saying you're good enough, but internally I was like, can I do it? Can I do it? When I eventually did do it, it was like, I know I can belong here. I know how to proceed now, and you know.
Just that confidence of you feeling like you can be a part of that environment was huge to your development. I love that.
So this drill, a lot of players like doing this, especially before their match. So someone like Shubman Gill, he does this every game before like the toss happens and stuff. It's real simple. It's just a simple top hand and bottom hand drill where we're isolating it. Okay. So especially in junior cricket, like we always, especially here, you know that how important it is to know how to range hit. Because we have heavy outfields, we don't get value for shots on the ground. You have to have the power to clear the boundary, right? A lot of the times, especially when I was playing, when I was younger, I was a very bottom heavy player because I had no power, I had no strength. And so I would force this to try to get more power, and because of that, I'd lose shape in shots like my drives, my punches, you name it. So working on single hand drills, especially like a single hand top hand drill, not only are you developing your forearm strength because you're holding the bat like this all the time and you're doing this and this, you're improving your timing and your overall sequencing as well. Because the only way you're going to be able to middle this and connect it properly is if everything's in line and coming at the right time. So right now I just want you to worry about trying to get your head close to the ball and just using your top hand through.
Head through the line, okay?
Try to get one bounce.
How do you mean one bounce?
Like try to time it so that it's like a proper drive. Like I don't want you to hit it in the air.
Oh, I see what you're saying. So really wait for it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shot.
And what are some fundamentals here you're looking at apart from waiting for it?
So right here in this drill especially, it's important that your head's on top of the ball. Okay. You probably felt the first three you might have been pushing a bit far away.
Yes.
As soon as you do that in a game, you know that that ball's going into the air and that's a risk. So with this drill, when you're really on top of the ball, you're absolutely pumping it like that.
Yeah.
And it's a safe shot.
I love that. And then like a couple of juniors, I can imagine some things going on. What are the common things you would see, or maybe that you did in your early development, what's some common things that you did or other juniors might do that they can keep an eye out for to ensure that they're doing it correctly?
I think the biggest thing early on is don't get overly amazed by what you see on TV. TV, what you're seeing there, that's years of hard work. That's years, right? When you're a junior, sometimes we try to accelerate the process, trying to get there. We want to be there. There's a lot of time and effort that takes place in order to get there. So rather than trying to do things too fast, I think it's a lot better to take things slow and steady and know that you're on the right path.
1,000%. And I think some juniors that I've coached in the time as well, even just here locally and back home in New Zealand, people just love hitting sixes now, and because they see it on TV, they think they can do it. Not just juniors, but also men's cricketers as well.
Yeah.
And I think it takes a lot of foundation work and skill sets to be developed to earn the right to do those and play that kind of way.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And then you reckon bottom hand was the other variation?
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll give that a crack.
So bottom hand is very helpful, especially when we're playing spinners and let's say our cut shots and our pull shots, or when we're trying to maneuver the ball, right? Sometimes a bowler will be smart and he'll set a field where he can't get hit there, right? The best players know how to subtly adjust their wrists to be able to work into those gaps, right? So with the bottom hand right now, we're just worrying about trying to bring it straight and trying to get some power into it as well.
Yeah, okay. Oh yeah.
Nice.
And obviously the bottom hand being such a, I can really open up here.
Yeah.
Right? And I could really lose my shape to start with.
Yeah.
And coming across the line of the ball, what are some things that you've noticed in your development that, again, what people do that's not ideal?
Yeah, so I think, again, the bottom hand, we tend to rely on it too much, especially when we're trying to hit the ball too hard, right? There's a reason why people say the straight drive is the hardest shot to hit. Because as soon as the bottom hand tightens up on a straight drive, you're getting nothing. It's either mishitting, you're gonna lose your shape, whatever. It's really important to keep this loose. Not too tight, not too loose, but right in the middle, right? So you're able to get power and you're also able to give it direction. So I'll tell you this, like me, a few other guys who train with me, we still do these drills every day.
Oh, I love that.
It's part of our routine.
Last one. It's interesting. You chuck your gloves on.
Yep.
And I'll feed you a few. The amount of drill work that international players still do.
Yeah.
And professional cricketers still do that's what they do.
Yeah.
That's all they do.
So we always hear the story, we know about this, right? You can't build the tallest skyscraper without the strongest foundation. These are the foundation, the building blocks that you need in order to get to that level.
Very true. Okay, let's see you hit a couple, mate. Maybe before a game or your general training, how many shots would you do of like your top hand and then bottom hand until you moved on? Or would you do this for half an hour non-stop?
So we have 4 buckets of tennis balls. So what we do is one guy plays one tennis ball, he tells the guy what he wants, the other guy tells him what he wants, and you keep doing that for an hour.
Okay, I love that.
Yeah.
Hitting heaps of balls. And then with the feeds, obviously feeds in training environments are super important.
Yeah.
And one thing I see pretty poorly done. What do you find the best feeds here? Is it the slower ones, changing the pace up, but still on the fuller side? Is it the full toss? What kind of feed would someone be needing here to optimize their batting?
With this drill, I think, again, the thing with cricket is, you can be predictable, right? Every ball, it could be a different ball, right? So I actually don't mind the guy maybe being a bit back, a bit full, changing it up, because that's what we're going to be facing in a game. When you start pre-planning your movements, even in a game scenario, that's when any batsman will say that's when they start messing up a bit. When you're doing feeds like this, it's really important that you just watch the ball and try to ingrain into your body that natural movement.
Okay, let's see your bottom hand, mate. Love that, love that. All through the line of the ball. Good. And then you mentioned to me off camera that you were at the Rajasthan Royals training camp recently.
Yeah.
So while we do a couple more of these, tell me a bit about that.
Yeah, so again, as I said, cricket in India is next level, right? These guys take their cricket very seriously. So when I was there, it's just 24/7. They give you the access to train against the best players, the best machines, the best facilities, you name it.
That's so fortunate. And then is that something that everyday people can go use, or do you have to be a first-class provincial international player?
You have to have some status to play there.
Yeah.
Because they obviously, with the way Indian cricket is, like everyone wants to play, right?
Yes.
But those types of facilities, they can only make so many of those. And in India especially, if there's, let's say 100,000 club cricketers, there's probably at least 2,000 first-class guys who all want those facilities, right?
That's a lot of players.
Yeah.
That's all of New Zealand. Okay, so now let's kind of talk a bit about your development into senior cricket and playing, you know, good sides, good bowlers, especially as an opening bat. There's obviously a big change. You've developed a skill set with all the foundation work you've done. Tell me a bit about that journey and maybe some challenges you had to face to ensure that you were successful.
Yeah, so for example, the first trial that I gave for age group cricket in Canada, it was on a grass wicket. And I'd grown up my whole life, pretty much anything I'd played was on like matting, right?
Yeah.
So that's a completely different ball game. And so when I gave my first trial, I did absolutely horrible. It was like duck, duck. I had no clue what I was doing. I couldn't read the ball. I didn't score many runs. So getting used to that, like the challenges of playing on a grass wicket, that was very important for me to develop, and rather quickly.
Tell me maybe a couple of drills that you worked on during that transition, getting yourself into that senior environment and starting to succeed. Maybe you got a couple of drills that you want to share?
Yeah. So there are two things that I really did, right? One is obviously, one thing you have to get adjusted to in international cricket especially is the pace, right? Here you've probably, if you guys have seen Sam's videos, you've seen the opening bowlers that we sometimes have to face. If you're facing that, I was talking to another guy who plays for Canada. We were playing against a bit of a weaker side, bowling attack that day. And we were saying, like, you know, today we're facing this team who's opening with like a 60-mile-per-hour bowler. And next week, we have a game against the US, against a Pakistani, like a US international bowler. So there's not much of a, like, what's like...
Yeah, that bridge or pathway.
There's no pathway, there's no like middle ground. It's either this or this. So I've had to do a lot of drill work to try to replicate the time I would have had in a proper pathway, like somewhere in New Zealand where there is a lot of first-class cricket and whatnot. You have to do a lot of secondary work to accommodate that.
Okay, so maybe you get the helmet on, I'll throw you a couple.
I'll throw it to you.
Sure.
So what it is?
I love hidden balls, mate.
I'm gonna be whipping tennis balls at you with the sidearm.
Awesome. So we've put the stumps back, we're back into the original position. You got the slinger and you're gonna look like you're gonna throw some real darts at me here. Tell me a bit about the drill. What's important here, and what are some fundamentals?
We're gonna be doing this drill to overload how you face speed, right? A lot of times, as I said, in club cricket, we're not facing the most express bowlers, right? So in order to make up for that, you have to learn how to face that speed, right? So this is a safe way to play high speeds, right? We're gonna be testing your reaction time, your decision making and whatnot. And normally with a leather ball, you might have that slight bit of fear, like, oh shit, if I get hit, how's it gonna feel?
Yeah.
This won't hurt. So you're really just focusing on trying to watch the ball and pick as fast as you can what to do.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Oh well, we'll give it a crack, eh? We'll give it a crack.
Sure.
So now we've gone back to about, what, 16 yards?
16 yards.
Would you go any further? Would you go any shorter?
This is probably the best area to be. You don't want to be too far up because then you're going to be getting a bit of unnatural bounce.
The tennis bally bounce.
Yeah.
Okay. And obviously shortening that time or that distance to create the speed feeling.
Yeah.
Right, here it is.
On the money first ball.
Oh yeah, that's quick. That's quick. I haven't faced something like that in a long time. That's come out real quick. I'm like getting this back lift up high. Yeah, there it is. So how long would you do this for when you're training?
So I do one hour session of this every week. So I get one on the body.
Oh yeah. When one's on the stumps, they're gonna be in trouble, I tell you that. As we're doing this, your ambitions for Canada.
Yeah.
Obviously you played the World Cup recently. What's your biggest goal?
I think obviously for any cricketer, we have the dream of representing the country, right? I really want to show the world what Canada has to offer.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's a good leave. That's a great leave. That's years of foundation work, that. Yeah, they're representing Canada. Obviously, there's some challenges just in general being a minor country.
what's kind of like the next step from an international perspective with Canada? What's in the future at the moment?
I think right now the way cricket is, it's a lot about we think about media, right? IPL, why is it so big? There's so much spotlight on it. For me, I'd say to get around into various leagues, like the franchise leagues, and show that, you know, Canadians do have good players. It's just we don't get the same opportunities that other countries do.
What is your personal, like, overall big audacious goal? What is that?
A bit of a far-fetched dream, even though Canada isn't a test nation and probably won't be for a while. I'd love to play a test match at Lords.
Okay.
I love playing red ball.
Well, from what I've seen, mate, you've got the skills. Right. Oh, yeah.
Oh, nice.
Squaring up a little bit there. I would love to have a speed gun on that, just out of curiosity. It's got to be 140 clicks for sure. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes.
Well played. I'm retiring there. Right, chuck yours on. I want to see how you go. Right, buddy. Let's see how you go, okay? Yeah, okay. When you're doing this, who are you training with? You got a coach or you got some buddies in your squad?
Personally, I like training in closed environments. I like training on my own a lot because I feel like it just helps me focus a lot more on what I'm trying to do. So if I'm doing this, it's gonna be one-on-one, either with someone from my family, one of my friends, one of my coaches, just like that.
Okay, and then so when you're training in general, how much time are you doing one-on-one or small environments versus a group setting?
I think it all depends on the phase of like season you're in. So like in the off season, when I'm more focused on skill development and whatnot, it'll be a lot more one-on-one stuff then, because I'm trying to work on individual shots, right? Right now with the season going on, I'm probably doing 1 or 2 one-on-one sessions only, just to as like a top-up session, right? Just to make sure everything's looking good, nothing's going out too crazy, right? Other than that, it's a lot of trying to face a lot of bowling, a lot of bowlers, and doing match scenarios.
Okay.
Because right now, that's the importance, right? That's what we're prioritizing.
Yes.
In season.
There it is. Bowled Sammy. Oh, bit of bounce. Okay, so obviously the quality of feeds are important there. I didn't show a real good demonstration of what needs to be done for your benefit, but that comes with a bit of practice.
Yeah, definitely.
Now let's say in those environments, obviously this day you need to be scoring off quick bowling too. If you were to try and create a drill environment like this with that intention, what would you do?
So for post
yeah, just trying to like score off really fast deliveries, that's especially short.
Yeah, I think the best players of pace, they know that they don't have to overhit the ball, right? Again, that's the biggest issue that usually in club cricket what happens is we try to hit the ball too hard and we end up miscuing it. I think some of the best players of the pull shot and hook shot in the world, they look effortless. Why? It's because they're using the pace of the bowler, right? If you see someone like Shubman Gill, he almost just does this. He doesn't follow through a lot of the times. That iconic shot that he has, he's just using timing.
Yes.
Same with Rohit Sharma. He just leans back and hooks it way back. They're using the pace. They're letting the ball come. To let the ball come here, you have to be comfortable.
Yes.
If you're not comfortable, you're going to do this, whatever.
Yeah, and from my experience watching players face pace, you know, when someone's not well trained in those environments, you know, what you show there is people start to cramp up, elbows close to the body, head starts going back, there's no weight transfer into the ball. Essentially, we're not getting into good positions. So obviously a good position is weight forward, nice and still, trying to just be in the best balanced position. Anything else, you reckon?
Fear is a big thing especially when I was younger. I was one who was scared of the ball, right? I was afraid of getting hit. I think it's important to get hit, because once you get hit, you will realize like that's all it was, right? What's the worst that could happen? That's what I was telling myself. So now, once you start building that mental strength, like, you know, you have to accept sometimes you're not going to pick the ball right. You could mess up, you could get hit. So be it. You have to be strong enough mentally to be like, forget about what happened. I'm going to focus on what I can do now, and that's watching the next ball as close as I can.
I love that. So let's move on here. Obviously the games I've played you've absolutely smashed us all around the park. And as a result, where you do that really well is against spin. And you're very good with your feet. You've got all the shots in the world. Let's talk about playing spin bowling. And it's something that me personally, I love facing spinners, but I love them when I've been training for it and I'm confident to use my feet. And it's fair to say, going into this season, in the first couple of games, I haven't had the confidence myself because I haven't trained it. Let's talk about spin bowling and what you think is important for your own game and benefits to scoring a lot of runs against spinners.
Yeah.
What are things you do and believe in?
I think playing spinners is an art. It's a completely different part of the game compared to range hitting, playing pacers, seam, whatnot. Playing spinners, you have to be patient. You have to know what you're doing. Whenever we get out to spinners, it's usually because we're trying to pre-plan something or we're thinking about something beforehand, right? Playing spinners is all about watching the ball from the hand, right? From here, you're gonna know everything. If the guy's looping it, if he's bowling it flat, the direction, the trajectory, whatnot, right? So you have to really focus on watching the ball from here. For me personally, it took me a while to also get better at playing spinners. Like, I'd say only like 2 or 3 years ago was it that I started to feel confident playing spinners. Before that, it was also like I'm kind of shaky a bit. The biggest thing I learned was you have to control yourself playing spinners. We see the loop sometimes, we're like, oh, I want to hit this, but sometimes it's not there, right? You have to be clear in your process and in your methodology. Like, this ball, I'm going to do this ball, I'm going to do this. If you try to mix up too much, that's when we get confused. We start playing dot balls, and then we have to hit a stupid release shot that almost never works.
And then, so what are some drills that you do to play against spin? Do you obviously you play spin bowlers, but if there's no one there to bowl to you, and you've got someone just to feed to you, what are some feed drills that we can do today?
So what we'll do is, I'm just gonna throw some basic off spin to you.
Yeah.
Right? And one thing you probably learned when you're playing swing bowling is you either let the ball fully swing or you cover it, right? It's the same with spin. Either you let the ball spin as much as it can, or you get on top of it and don't let it spin at all.
And when you say that, I think what's important is like getting to the pitch of the ball, right? So it doesn't give it a chance to spin.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of players, especially using the feet, one thing that I coach is if you're getting out of the crease, the first priority is get on the full.
Yeah.
Because if you get on the full, it's not spinning.
Yeah.
And you're one up already.
Yeah.
Okay, so against an off spinner, you're throwing offies, right?
Yeah.
So when I face an off spinner, my natural inclination is to take off stump for me.
Yeah.
Because it means that anything, if I get hit in the pad, it's likely to be hit outside off.
Yeah.
What are some things that you do with your game against off spinners?
I think for me, I try to keep it similar to my throughout. So I always take middle stump, regardless of whether it's an off spinner or leg spinner. But again, it's all personal preference, right? That won't change too much because you have your own way of playing. I have my own way of playing as well. When I'm playing spinners, I usually try to read the surface very quickly, right? So I know like Connaught, it doesn't really spin that much, right? So I don't have to worry about playing like this all the time, like really forcing with the spin. I can come into the line a lot of the times and play with the line of the ball. That's something that I look to right away, whether it's turning, whether it's skidding on, whatnot. Okay,
so my objective here is to obviously just watch a couple, see if it's turning, analyze the environment basically. Yeah. Oh, that's turned.
Nice.
Okay, so it's turning. What's the first thing that, from your perspective, when you see it's turning, what's some things that your brain's telling you to do or also not to do?
So like right away, if I see it's turning, I'm not gonna try to force too much against the spin because that's what a guy would want to do. He wants me to open this gap up, right? So I'd start looking a little bit straighter than what I normally do.
Okay.
Nice.
Just because there's kids back there, I'm not going to try and smoke a few. As tempting as it is to hit a full toss as hard as I can. Oh yeah, leg slip, catch that. Let's talk about real quickly the pre-movement, especially against spinners. So my personal preference, against seam, I'm doing a pre-movement.
Yeah.
But against spin, I just stay still.
Yeah.
What do you do?
So I always had a bad habit of when I was playing slower bowlers before, I like start leaning forward while waiting for it, right? And because of that, I wouldn't be able to get on the back foot if the ball is pitched back. So I'd start throwing my hands a lot. So what I had to start doing was I had to develop a little bit of a forward press. So what I do is as soon as the guy's delivering the ball, I do a slight press forward, just so that my weight's balanced. And that way I can lean back quickly and come down again, rather than getting stuck on one thing.
And what's interesting, even just seeing you do that, one thing that I think traditional players did, and what I did as a youngster until someone who plays international cricket now told me, Tommy Latham, where I used to play club cricket and school cricket with, I used to be quite square in my stance.
Yeah.
And what you've done there with that press is you've you've opened up as well.
Yeah.
And I think what's interesting is someone that got LBW a lot growing up, is Tommy said to me, why don't I start being a little bit open? And all of a sudden having access to these straighter balls now allowed me to not get hit on the pad as much.
Yeah.
So it's very interesting watching you do that, how you've said press, but you've also pressed with a little bit of opening up that front foot.
Shot.
And then from a strategic point of view, let's say fielders are up, knowing how you back because the played against you, you're trying to get those guys back as soon as you can, right?
Yeah, because it's the easiest to score when the guys are pushed back, right? That's the time where you kind of just are silently killing the game, right? You're taking the game. What hurts us the most are those middle over partnerships that are last like 15, 20 overs, where the guys are just knocking it around, getting 4, 5, 6 and over. So for me, setting myself up by getting these guys back, it's letting me play a lot safer shots for the rest of the game. Shot. Shot.
Oh, that's a good shot. Okay, you chuck them on, mate.
All right.
Right, Ajayveer, I'll feed you a few and let's just see how you get on.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that. And you can obviously, you know, the times I've played you, your ability to work ones is really class. What's important to scoring ones off good length balls that most players would just look to go ...
I think the biggest thing again is knowing the surface you're playing on, right? If it's a slower trying to wicket, sticking a bit, doing that is a bit risky because you're popping the ball up, right? In different conditions, you have to know how to work your wrist. That's why that bottom hand drill is important, right? One of the cover drives I hit, even though that ball's turning in, because I'm using my wrists a lot, I'm able to work it into a different gap. Normally, I might have played that there, but instead I'm able to play it there because I have good wrists.
Who's the best spinner you played?
Ooh, that was a good ball. The best spinner I played was Sandeep Lamichhane.
Okay, and what did he do well?
He's a leg spinner from Nepal. He has very tricky variations. It's very difficult to pick him.
And then like when someone's bowling really well like that, what are your options to score ones and boundaries in those environments?
I think the biggest thing that cricketers learn and start to realize is that the game has its phases, right? Sometimes a guy will have a good game. He will be bowling really good. You have to respect that, right? Just because one guy's bowling good doesn't mean the whole team's gonna be bowling good, right? There's gonna be 1 or 2 overs that someone else will bowl where you can catch it up. You just have to be there to catch it up.
And it's especially the lower grade teams that I coach and the players that aren't playing the top division. When there's pressure built, there's a desire to want to hit it all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Whereas if someone's bowling well, they're allowed to. But there's going to be some bad balls to come at some stage.
Yeah.
And what's important is being there for when those times do come, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, a few more. And then we're going to talk about some power hitting. Hold Samuel. Love that. Love that. You can see you just manipulate your hands a little bit differently there. Oh, bold. So obviously when, let's say you're playing 20-20 cricket, and the need to hit sooner is more important than anything else. Yeah. What's important when you're playing spin to ensure that you've got the ability to, you know, do well against spin from ball one coming out to bat?
So I think the biggest thing in T20 is spinners are very rarely going to come on in the power play, right? If they do come on in the power play, they're only going to have 2 guys out, so you're a bit safer when you're deciding where to hit, right? Once the field opens though, the biggest thing that people forget is how important singles are. If you're able to turn, if a guy's bowled 5 balls and he's bowled 5 good balls, but you have singles on all of them, the last one, if he messes up, you get hit for a boundary, that's 9 runs in the over, right? For the batting team, even though he's bowled good, it's good for us. Singles are what stitch your innings together. Boundaries will come and go, but singles will never stop.
I like that. Okay, so when it comes down to scoring singles, but because we're going to do some power hitting, because someone here likes hitting sixes, and I know you do too, when it comes to power hitting, what are some things that you've worked on in the past that make power hitting, made you a better power hitter? Yeah,
I think the biggest thing is, again, your foundation, your base. If you're like moving all over the place, you're not going to have the strength you need to clear the ropes, right? Power hitting feels like it involves everything in your body, right? You need strong legs to have a good base. You need a good rotation. You need strong arms to push the ball through. It's all about the sequence. You have to get the sequencing right, and then you'll hit the biggest six.
And it's you know, someone that's just new to cricket who might not have those athletic abilities.
Yeah.
You know, someone that's new, and you know, you see it in many sports, someone that can pick up something like that.
Yeah.
It's because they naturally know what sequence in their body to do those kind of things. And I think that's where fitness is really important, where you can start to learn those coordination and skills. And it starts from, you know, when you're young. You know.
So like even now, like when I'm practicing power hitting, right? I do a lot of, in my gym training, for example, I do a lot of stuff with med balls, rotational med ball throws. Those are similar things that those are similar muscle groups that we're going to be working here, right? Doing that on the side is only helping me when I'm in the game trying to hit the big six.
Yeah. Okay, and that makes total sense.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's feed you a few, mate. Okay, buddy. So let's just say range hitting situation. Trying to score off every ball.
Yeah.
Boundaries priority, because we're at, let's say, end of the innings or at 20-20. Yeah, let's just throw you a few, and then we'll perhaps finish with a little game.
All right.
Oh, that's probably a no ball. Shot. Oh, great shot, brother. Yes. Bowled, Samuel. Right, let's go. Quick game. 10 balls. As many sixes, because we both like hitting sixes.
Okay.
Most sixes wins out of that 10 balls. Here we go. Well bowled, Samuel.
Oh.
And off two.
Oh, bowling.
Good bowling that. I'll take that. Yes, that's big, that's huge. Oh, that's massive. Shot, bro. That's so sick. Oh, hard luck.
Missed out.
It's definitely 4. Yeah. 3 off 7. Oh, it's massive, that. Gee, that bat sounds good. Oh, full tosses. You're kidding me. 5 off 9. Oh, it's going to be hard to beat this, I'll tell you that.
Oh, no, it was there.
I mistimed it.
It was
Last
there,
ball
they had
innings,
two.
though, you might get 2 out of that. So, 6 sixes to win. He got 5 off 10. Massive bombs there, man. That bat sounds good. Is it legal?
Of course.
Is it legal? Oh, I don't know, man. I don't know. Nah, it definitely is. That's, mate, good hitting. Real good hitting. Okay, mate, let's go. 10 balls. I need 6 sixes. Okay, what are you going to do? What am I going to do? Charge! Oh, I mistimed it. Is it going to go? If that was that way, that was 6. But because it's that way, it's 1 bounce 4 probably. Oh. Just bomb that in the air. None off 2. Come on, Sam. Get to the pitch.
Shot.
Yeah, we'll take that. That's pretty clean. 1 off 3. Off the mark, folks. Off the mark. Oh, yuck.
That's one thing. Like, I saw you coming down a bit early.
You saw me there?
Try to wait for it.
Okay.
Because then, once the ball's let go, the bowler can't do anything.
Yeah, so just wait that tad longer. Okay, 1 off 4. Need some bombs. Yeah.
That was better.
That's a great shot. That's 6. Okay, so we need 4 off 5. Oh, I mistimed that. I mistimed that. Taking 2. Come on, Samuel. Oh, yes, that's very well hit. That's a flat 6. 3 off 7. Watch that ball. Oh, I'm going to give myself that. That's dropped on the boundary and gone over the fence. 4 off 8. Give me a chance. Come on. Yeah, that's middle. That was 50 k's an hour. Right, we're tied. What's he going to do? What am I going to do right now?
See, I could absolutely kill the game in this bowl of Yorker. Like,
You definitely could. I'm giving myself a little more leeway here, though. My boundaries are a little bit smaller than yours. All right, last one. Need 6. Oh, you.
yeah!
Oh, well, mate, that was fun.
That.
That was awesome, man. Great win. Congrats on the win.
Thank you, boss.
You know, and then, yeah, look, for those who are watching, and mate, thanks for your time. For those who are watching, that was fantastic. Great to have you on. Obviously, we're trying to develop the awareness of how quality the players here in Canada are, and you know, players like yourself really show that. So thanks for being a part of this today, mate.
Thank you for having me.
And obviously, you know, good luck for the rest of the season. Good luck for the rest of your career. I'm sure I'll see you along the way though. But thanks so much, bro. That was awesome.
Yeah, no, that was great.
That was great. And I think you got one more thing to say to the camera.
Oh yeah, it is. Like and subscribe.
Cheers, bro.
Thank you, bro. It was great having you.
Thanks, man. That was awesome.
All right, so Sam, there was one thing. I think I speak for a lot of people in BC as well who probably don't get a chance to say this to you, but we really appreciate the media coverage you're giving us on YouTube, and it's nice to see your videos in comparison to all the guys from India who are posting their cricket games. It's nice to see BC MCL games on it as well. So I dug around and tried to find a shirt that fits you, but this is a Cricket Canada training top.
Oh, wicked, dude.
You.
That is so sick, man.
Yes.
That's epic. Look at that.
Yeah.
That's so cool. Cheers, bro. That's
yes, sir.
epic.
Keep doing the good work. I really appreciate it.
Appreciate it, man. That's great. That's great. Let's chuck this bad boy on, eh?
Let's see if it fits.
Let's see if it fits. It looks like it does. I need a new training top. I could pretend I play for Canada.
Oh, it's a glove.
Look at that. Look at that. Cheers, bro. That's epic. I love it. I love it.